What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. EA Sports, quite a day. They have essentially decided to release Madden 21 Next Gen early, which is a bit shocking to me. They did not do a lot of the hype, a lot of the promotion. I know tomorrow I'd set some time aside because apparently the franchise was going to be coming out. That was going to be the next big update, the next deep dive, if you will. But you have a lot of gamers that have been streaming Madden 21 Next Gen. I'll show you some screenshots here, some questions that I thought were interesting in terms of the game. However, you can see the controller select there shows it is the brand new version of the game. I've had an opportunity to sit down and look at some gameplay. I'm sure I'm going to get some gameplay later on this afternoon to review for you guys. I will say it's kind of a give and take. I've seen some things that appear better, and it could just be the game. Whenever we see the Pro Bowl played, it's hard for me to discern whether it's good players or good gameplay. So the run blocking in some of these plays appears very good. Could just be that they're good players on the field. Not that Madden always makes the distinction, but a lot of times when Madden has, the best on the best, if you will, it looks better than it is. I will say in looking at some of the passing plays, you could not really tell this was next-gen Madden by looking at the player movements. Maybe the graphics have been refined just a little bit, but a situation like this, we see this pocket form, and it's the traditional issues that Madden has continually faced. As far as it's just not a traditional pocket where both linemen have let go on the edge, you've got some double team blocks set up front, and then kind of that man-on-man. Most of the time, when you look at Madden, this is the pocket that you see, a very spaced-out pocket, a quarterback dropped well behind it, not really able to step up in the pocket here, because even if he were to move forward, he's going to be directly in the arc of both of these defenders, and Madden's problem with that has always been how deep the linemen drop back. They let the defensive line set the depth more than they set the depth by dropping back. So I will also show you the tweet that came out this morning referencing this. And again, I think the biggest issue here is Madden essentially let this happen. EA let this happen and never properly sold this product, which is something that had never happened before. In the past, they had went through and kind of oversold us a little bit what they were doing. So to see them come out today all of a sudden at 7 o'clock in the morning, essentially, and say, the next generation of Madden is here early via dual entitlement, please read our update before playing, that's really a bit unnerving. How unprepared are you as a gaming company to put a product on the market if you don't even know the product is releasing and you can't even properly give us a release? I don't think this is something where a company should say, hey, surprise, all of a sudden the game is released. There should have been a build-up to this, like they've done in the past, that progressively showed more and more and more. The community continued to show a desire to see next-gen Madden and understand what they were selling us and why, as gamers, we would go out and spend $500, $600, $700 on a new console to play football. EA continued to not do that, and then today, they essentially just released the game to no fanfare. 5-6 years ago, this would have been unthinkable. Within the last 10 years, they've made specific trailers, which you could question weren't even used with the game, to sell us a product that never arrived. And today you get the exact opposite of that. Essentially, just a tweet that says, here's your next-gen Madden. I think if nothing else, that shows you the passion, the dedication, and really the love that the developers in EA have for this game, that to them it's simply an afterthought. They're to collect your money, and they really don't care the type of product they put out, or even in this case, how they put it out. And maybe referencing back when Clint first spoke about this, that goes to show how he was so nonchalant about, there's some information I'm kind of excited about today. Well, I think we all know why, because they went ahead and went out and put a release and basically just threw it in a tweet this morning. Here's your game. To me, I think that shows it's time for somebody else to get this license and actually maybe put some effort, passion, and care into making this product, as the community is no longer receptive to it. And if this isn't the ultimate EA does not care moment, I don't know what is. Love to know your thoughts on this. I will obviously be back later on with more commentary. Well, actually, this kind of screwed me up. I never expected them to do this, but I know that you guys are going to send me. I've already had you reach out and tell me that you're going to get me gameplay. So at some point, I'm going to start to break down more horrible next-gen gameplay, which we all know now is pretty much the same game with some updated graphics. And I will be back in the week with more comments.